Now that's funny. Like earlier, I made a video. I don't even know if I got director's cut put on here or not now. Nah, I just want to see. Yeah, okay. Someone actually came in with director's cut. I have them all muted, so they can't hear me. Told you once, told you twice, and I told you again. In which I said it. Over your last video, I said it. And I said this over time. I know you guys are probably watching the video or watching the ads, pre-rolled ads or something like that. So I kind of wait a couple seconds before time. Like when I start a stream up, I count 14 seconds in. I kind of try to do that as much as I can, 14 seconds. It kind of does make me sick towards the point that they already know what goes on. I told you guys, don't hold your breath and seeing how long the Easter egg is done. Hold your breath at how many seconds it gets done. Call of Duty Zombies, the Call of Duty Zombies, if you finish up the content, in which they are finishing up the content, and this is the coolest thing ever, they'll whine, they'll bitch about it, they'll cry about it for a couple days after they beat it. They'll sit there and say, Call of Duty's this, it's that, blah, 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 it's blah, 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 and they'll sit there and sweep it underneath the carpets or something like that until the next zombie map. They'll sit there, this map, this game, blah blah blah. Let's sweep it up. Let's sweep it under. Let's make videos and make sure we got videos there and there.
I think this is one of those things that DJ was looking for.
It's very, very sad. Why I said sweep it up underneath is basically now I'm watching some of these streams now. They are about 85, almost 90%, almost done. They're about 85 to 90% done. If you compare the Easter egg right now to, let's see, if you compare the Easter egg to Shuffle, yes, I say Shuffle because Shuffle is the longest one on this maps, on this one, is, you know how you come back after the round skips, and you do the circles, the 6 little circles, and then you do the dance floor. Right now, they're on the 5th circle of that time. That's how close they are. They're actually really, 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 really that close of going into the boss fight. And don't be disappointed. Don't be really, really disappointed on the boss fight, because you are going to be really disappointed. Don't sit there and say, oh, this got the coolest graphics. Oh, this is so awesome. Oh, this is great. This stuff is really awesome. I'm glad that they made this Easter egg. I'm glad. You'll see. You'll see. They're almost done. They're almost there. They're like I said. I say about another, probably about 5:30, 6 o'clock, that's when they're about to probably be in a boss fight. It is way more sadder than anything else, the way that people are gonna see the boss fight. Um, I really don't think. I think the experience of watching someone do the Easter egg, hunting for the Easter egg, or looking for Easter eggs are not that dramatic anymore. Not like, oh my god, are you gonna do it the very first day? Oh my god, are you gonna do it the second day? Oh my god, are you gonna do it the third day? Oh no. And then you watch a downfall where they can't do it anymore, and they're sitting there like, I can't figure this out. I'll come back the next day, and they'll have another stream going. And then they'll sit there and say, oh, this guy's going to do it, this guy's going to do it, and they can't do it. And then it's like, those were the days. Those were back in the days. Those when the streams were streams. Those were Easter egg hunting. When one person couldn't do the Easter egg, and then the second person, it just, I don't know. It just like fell through the whole situation. Like, I could sit there and watch someone do the Easter egg knowing that they're almost done. They're almost done. Like, I don't have to sit there. I don't have to sit there and tell you, like, no, they're not done. They're not done. They're almost done. And they are like I said, if you compare this Easter egg to Shuffle, because it is longer than Attack of the Radioactive. I mean, if you compare it to a Radioactive, they are probably doing the last part of the chemical step, putting the last part inside the chemical step. You know how you pick up the 4 chemicals, and then you do another 4 chemicals, and then you do another 4 chemical combination to get that last chemical to put into the bomb. They're on the 3rd combination. That's how close they are. I wouldn't be shocked and I wouldn't be surprised. Another good 2 hours to 3 hours. Easter egg goes into a boss fight. About an hour or so later, after that, they go and do the side Easter egg. I say about 6 or 7 o'clock. I say about 6 or 7 o'clock tonight, the Easter egg's complete. Crazy to know that? Yeah, it's very crazy. I wish Easter eggs had that now, where you participate and you're like, are you gonna do this? What's next? What do you touch? The very first thing that you know, and this is the funny situation. Everyone went into the Easter egg. Went straight to the very first thing to pick up and do. Did you guys notice that? What was the very first thing you ever watched? Whenever you watched those people that did the boss fight, or the Easter egg, I mean. I said boss fight. The Easter egg. When you went into, like, when you're watching those people do the Easter egg, you kind of actually did save my life. I just think the Call of Duty Cold War zombies were just. I just think it's not. I don't think it's fake. You know, to watch people play it and do the Easter egg. I just think it's more fake because of watching someone do the Easter egg. And go ahead and do the Easter egg, and it's already been done and dealt with. That's what I really hate about Easter eggs. Like, I really hate how. Like, I don't have that feeling anymore. Like, when you watch someone on Origins way back, rewind the tape. Remember those days that you watched people do Origins, and you're watching their live streams, and you're watching them, okay? Even back on Black Ops 1, the Black Ops 1 experience, and waiting for them to do the Easter eggs. And you're sitting there like, how do you do this? How do you put this code in? Everything was like, you know, couldn't be figured out that day. It's just too damn fast. It's really too damn fast. The difference is, did that person actually go down? Yeah. I think the Easter eggs get too soft, too fast, too quick. The experience of zombies dies out very fast. The content of the Easter eggs and everything else with the people with the YouTube channels and all that other stuff, absorb it for that time being, thinking that they get 14 to 15K to watch that in like minutes and minutes and minutes. And then all you gotta do is go into your history, delete your history, and make sure that you delete it so then they don't get that view, guys. That's how they're getting those views. You wanna know that. The view counter only works whenever the history still's there. Just, I'm not there to complain about it. I'm not there to say like, hey, yeah, this is that. It's just, I'm more complaining of the whole. It doesn't have that more of. You can wait a couple of days after that CD's been out. Say today was the very first day of Cold War. Very first day of Cold War. Okay. And think about it. How many hours until Cold War zombies gets beat down? Like, actually, you get into the boss fight, actually go into the boss fight, and actually, you know, beating the boss. Getting the cutscene and be like, yeah, that was great, that was good, that was excellent. Now I'll have to play this in solo, see how fast I can get the Easter egg. See how fast I can do it. Well, you know, usually they beat it down within, what, round 16 or 17. Oh, you could do it round 14. Oh, you could do it round 10. Oh, you could do it round 10. Yeah. It's been out and done with. Stop. Look how long it took them to actually beat down Mephistopheles down in 10 minutes. Think about that. Think how long it took them to actually beat it down to 10 minutes now. Okay, you're saying, oh, this can be done around 15, around 16, around 17. I could beat this Easter egg on round 6. I haven't seen anybody beat it after round 5 or 4. So as soon as you get the Steadicom, build it, you have to wait 1 round, you have to wait until the whole thing. Get the Steadicom, place it down 1, 2, and 3. 4 you have to wait. 5 you could probably get it 2, 3, and 4. And you have to wait around, so that's 5. If that's not clown round. If clown round doesn't come around until 7, you're good. You can actually beat the Easter egg before time. And then people come in. The first thing that people come in when I beat the Easter egg on this map, the very first thing is, how did you beat this Easter egg so fast, so quick? And we're only on round 5, round 6, round 7, or round 8, whatever round it was. They're always amazed how fast I beat this Easter egg. Because they're still looking at those old videos of them have to do this. You have to wait a couple rounds for this. Me, for YouTube, it's, oh, you got director's cut, this is what you do, you place down the Steadicom round 2, 3, and 4. Hopefully you wait until round 5. Round 6, hopefully it's not clown, so then you can pick it up round 6, and you're good to go. You can do the Easter egg before round 8. And that's a simple fact that you could probably do any of those Easter eggs on Black Ops 1 before round 20. So that's what I'm saying. These Easter eggs that are completely out of weird, out of strangeness, get beat down really fast, really quick. And I'm hoping they don't sit there and start crying about it, saying, oh, there's no zombie content, I can't do this. And they go straight to another, like, say they go to Borderlands 3 or Destiny 2 or Destiny 1 or something like that. They go to a different thing. That shows for a fact you have no pride in games whatsoever. You have no pride in games when it comes down to other. See, for me, I wish I could have found out all these Easter eggs. Because I have pride in this game. I have actually pride in this game. Pride means playing this game over and over and over for years and years and years. When you beat down the Easter egg, it's like you don't want to go and play it anymore. You beat the Easter egg. That's it. It's understandable. It's understandable. It's not fun anymore, right? There, if he wants to go in there, I'll let him go in there. I don't think he had the cart. If you already have the cart in this right here, hit square. Hold square. Just hold square. Don't hit square, hold square. If you went down during the time, okay, and this is the coolest thing, and some people don't understand what I'm going to say. If you activated the cart, I'm going to explain this a little bit better. If you activated that cart right there, you did, right? You activated Skull Hacker, right? And then you went down. You actually went down. Skull Hacker cannot be fixed. You have to close up your application to keep your cart. If you activated your cart right now and it's not showing up, and it's not showing up on the side right there, then it's broke. You have to restart your app. You mean close your app. Don't hit start and quit the game. Close up your application so you can keep your card. You don't want to lose your card. If the other two that was in the game right here. There, I'll hold it. Let's see, I'll do it again. I don't think you did it.
I think it is.
Oh, he's coming in.
Time must be.
See,
That's me. Boys, from there.
see, he's here. See, you got to get over here. You got to get over here so we can do the Skull Hacker. Well, then you got to go. You got to leave. This guy wants to do Skull Hacker. And I'm hoping he got it activated, but I don't think he does. I think he activated and he went down and it doesn't show up. So I'm trying to explain to him, if you activate it, then you go down. Say you go down, say a zombie takes you down. That cart glitches out. Okay. See what I mean? You should never be here. You might have to close up your application. Killer Creed, you might have to close up your application. Like, close it up. So you can save your cart. So you can save your carts. What cart was that? On the money? Do you like how they're beating the Easter eggs so badly? Do you like how they're beating Cold War down like crazy? Within another 2 hours to 3 hours, Cold War zombies will no longer be available at this time, and already been down and beat down crazy style, where every person will have the Easter egg done. That's a shame. It is a shame. It is a shame because most, I'm going to say 55 to 65% of people that are like big time streamers, big time people that go over to like Treyarch and things like that, and they know who to talk to, how to get all the information and everything else. They'll go in there like, yeah, a little bit tips and tricks. The very first thing we've got to pick up. Let's watch the very first couple seconds as soon as the Easter egg gets enabled. See how quick they go and pick up something really fast. Just count how many seconds it takes for them to pick up something. Place it in there. Just watch. Oh, out of the blue, it's just a freaking cart right here. Oh, it's a cart. I gotta put it over here. Huh? That's how. It's like really fast. As soon as the map opened up, as soon as the Easter egg came, they're like, "Gotta run to that cart. Gotta run to that cart. Hold on. I mean, there it is. I got it." That's how fast the Easter egg was. Like the very first couple seconds. I got number 1. Oh, you got number 2? Yeah, there's 3. Yeah, okay, cool. 4? Yeah, okay, cool. Okay, we got all 4 of them. That's what we need. There's not 6. There's not 5. You know, because if you think about it, if you actually think about this, if you look at Shuffle, if you actually look at Shuffle, there's 6 symbols for Morse code. You had to actually look for 6 symbols to start the Morse code part of it. And then again, you should have never been in here. I don't think it's worth. I don't think Cold War is worth $60. I don't think it's worth $50. I don't think it's worth $30. The way they can beat down the Easter egg, if you beat down the Easter egg and you have no presumption on oh, that was really quick, guys. That was really quick. There was no thought process. There was no thinking. There was no brain thought. There was no. How could we make this more tougher and more playable, but still smart enough to actually have people play this game? How long do you think it would take for someone to actually beat this map? And if the Easter egg came out at 11:30 Eastern time, 11:30. What time is it right now? It's about 3:30, about almost 4 o'clock. Okay. So what? 3.5 hours, almost going on to 4 hours right now. Almost going on 4 hours. The Easter egg is going to be complete within 6 hours. Knowing this, it'd probably be complete in 6 hours. And would that be worth $50 or $60? No, I don't think so. I don't really think so. Even if someone said, "Oh, you have to say this as the right way or the wrong way," I would never be. I'm not a sellout, and I'm not one of them people that sell out on that stuff. See, I used to watch people that used to stream, and this was the coolest thing about this. They used to say all this good stuff about a game, then all this negative stuff about the game. And if you were asking about a game, would you buy it or don't buy it, okay? And they would be sitting there saying, "Yeah, the review, blah, 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 watch my review and everything else." No, I really don't like that either. I really don't. So someone said, if I own the game, it's because I love that game. Or I got the game for free on PlayStation Plus. And I won't say, well, you know, PlayStation Plus has a lot of games on there. How many times do I play the game? Probably not that much. And I'll sit there and say, I played Need for Speed. It was free on PlayStation Plus. I didn't like it whatsoever. I didn't like it whatsoever because what happened was, at the very beginning, if you played Need for Speed Payback, okay, you get forced automatically. It forces you right into a race that you can't even do anything. It forces you into a game. It's like, here, this is what you have to do. You have an on-road, you have an off-road, and you have a land and water and everything else. You have all this stupid stuff. It forces you to do every single thing it's telling you to do. And it doesn't let you roam the area, it doesn't let you go through anywhere you want to go. It automatically says you gotta go this way, this way, this way, this way. And if you go off the cliff, if you actually go off the cliff, then you have to wait a couple of seconds till it actually loads you back up into the game. How annoying that was. Very bad. That's exactly why that game went so from worse to worse. That's why the game went from free to free. Do not ever think, well, this game is good, this game is great, when it comes down to that. And then you got people that hyped up the game. The reason is they got the game for free. It's in their contract. I'm not gonna say, if I got the game for free, I'm still gonna say my words. I'm still gonna sit there and start saying, don't buy this game or buy this game. And I'm gonna say the reason why I bought this game, or reason why I didn't buy this game. Reason why I bought this game is because I played it all the time. I love this game. I love the way they did things. I love the way they have it, the coloration. It's not the Easter egg, it's the playable of it. If someone needs the Easter egg, you go and do the Easter egg. You help other people out. That's the thing about it. You can't do it. You can't do that on the newer Call of Duty games. You can't. Can you? Can you actually think about Black Ops 4? Can you go to Black Ops 4? Invite someone at the end where you're about to go into the boss fight. Do they get that thing for free? Whatever you get for free, do they get that trophy for free? Or a gun that they got. What was it? Or the camo, or whatever you get for free on Black Ops 4. Oh wait, they didn't. They didn't give you that anything for free. No, they didn't. They did not. You got a better chance of killing the eyeball on a fucking boat. Or you could kill a werewolf that buries itself on their fucking ground, and you have to beam a freaking green light. Oh, that's more smartness. That's more fucking smartness. Who with the fucking right mind thinks that's the funnest thing ever? Oh, you gotta do this, do this, do this, do that, do this. Oh, we're in the boss fight. Oh, it's a fucking werewolf that digs a fucking hole in the ground. Goes into a block that you have to freaking beam a green light into it. And then the werewolf comes out. Who fucking thinks about that? There's no intelligence there. It's like Leroy getting out of his fucking cage on Buried. You gotta grab the key. You gotta give him candy or booze. Oh yeah, candy and booze, guys. Candy and booze. That's the best combination there is. So, for me, I could disgrace anything that would come down to a video game. And I'm not going to sit there and sugarcoat anything comes like forward or backwards on it. If you're going to play an Easter egg, or you think the Easter egg is good or whatever you're going to do, just don't. There's bad things about this game. I could say over time. The element steps, how to get the elements in the spaceship really suck. This right here, Simon Says I hated it really badly at the very beginning of this game. At the very, 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 very beginning of this game, I hated Simon Says. How to have more patience to actually get zombies, to get them in a horde of zombies and then kill them on the dance floor, kill them up there. That was very bad. That was very, very bad mechanic. To earn tickets to get these stupid things. There were so many flaws to this game. This one alone, this game was really bad. It's understandable that there's good things and there's bad things about this game. Every game has a good thing and has a bad thing about a game. Borderlands 3. and I'll say this every time. Borderlands 3, the base game was actually really good. Borderlands 3, the base game was really good. It just lacked off of like the whole. If you played the base game, if you actually played the story mode, and you played every single thing about it, okay? The bosses lacked on a lot of things. If you actually played Borderlands the first one, you played Borderlands the second one, then you play the pre one, and then you go to Borderlands 3. It's not your cup of tea when it comes down to that. Why? Is because when you go to the first part and you go into Sanctuary, where you go into a plane, into a ship, and you meet up a lot more people than you used to on Pandora and everything else. And you go on Pandora, you remember Pandora. You go on there, Sanctuary. Sanctuary was a big, like, what was it called? A little island kind of sort of up in the air and things like that. And it's understandable. It's understandable. But when you played the very first part of when you played the last part of Borderlands 2, and it just came out again, it just came out for free to mostly some people for free. And I think until December 1st or something like that. The one with Sanctuary one, where it's like it's getting ravished by Hector. Hector was a plant, I think it was a plant kind of situation, where he took over Sanctuary, and they got rid of Sanctuary. That one out of the whole entire thing was actually really good. And to give us that to us for free was a good sign that Borderlands was going to do good. Then you went to Borderlands 3, it was like, really? Borderlands 3? They put us up on a fucking ship, go to planet to planet? Yeah. Then you're looking at all the bosses. You're looking at the bosses, you're like, oh, cool, yeah. Look at the bosses. The only boss that is really good, the only boss I would recommend playing over and over and over and have that feeling that actually being a boss fight was Rampage. And if you don't know who Rampage is, when you play the base game of the game and you play Rampage, Rampage is one of them things that go and fly around. He's mutated. I think he's a monkey or something, because he flies around like a bat. I don't know what he is really, but he does have a what was it called? I think he's like a monkey, because he's got like a build of a monkey towards it. Like he has flies around like Godzilla, but he doesn't have the Godzilla. He has King Kong. King Kong. That's what it was. I said Godzilla. King Kong, and he does have a Godzilla build too. And that's why Rampage is my favorite one. And if someone said, what was your favorite part of what boss did you like? Because you have to experience Rampage for yourself. Borderlands 3, if you go to Borderlands 3, you play Rampage, experience it for yourself, what I mean and why do I love Rampage. And they took that Easter egg and they took that into another map or another board they would never do that. So whoever made Borderlands 3 and made Rampage was very, very smart on that. That was very, very great to do that. If it came down to that, I wish all the boss fights were actually like that. The yelling, the screaming. That's why I love the Moon. The Moon Easter egg, where Richtofen gets yelled and screamed at, and you hear Samantha yelling in the air. And you guys need to experience that too. You guys really, really don't know what Easter egg is unless you experience them. It's fantastic. It's very fantastic whenever you hear that stuff. And so someone says, well, whoa. Let's go. Basically that's all I was saying the whole time was like that. Some people don't know what an Easter egg feels like when it comes down to that, or having the fun filled of the Easter egg. That's why I always say Call of Duty Cold War has no feeling. Go ahead, guys. This is what you need to do. While sitting there watching someone doing the Easter egg, this is what you do. Go play, if you never experienced a real like Easter egg. Go on Origins, go play Origins, or go do that. Go do that Easter egg. That's a great Easter egg to go do too. Or go do Moon. And the Moon experience, you have more of that. And you'll see the difference why I'm saying Call of Duty Cold War, their Easter eggs are so sleepy boring. That's why Black Ops 4. Those Easter eggs are boring. Black Ops 4. Name one thing that you loved about Black Ops 4 Zombies. Except Richtofen in the cutscene. That does not count. Richtofen and the cutscene does not count whatsoever. That is a cutscene. That is a cutscene. And everyone's going to feel emotional because it's a freaking movie. Name one part of those Easter eggs that you felt like it was a part of an Easter egg, that it was good, it was great, it was actually fun to do. Just name it. Can you? See, Rampage yelling and screaming. If you turn up your volume, you do Rampage. The very first time you go into that boss fight, the very first time you go in the Rampage boss fight, you go inside there and you got that yelling and screaming, you got that scream of the Rampage, and you're just going back and forth, taking down the walls. It's like the walls like this. He's taking them down over and over and over, and you're trying to kill him before he takes down the walls. Those are the boss fights I'm saying. Those are the experiencement that you actually have to feel. The origins with Samantha saying, you have to do this to open up the walls, the Agartha and everything else. Those are the experiences that you don't realize that are missing on Zombies. Look on Zombies. Call of Duty World War II. Call of Duty World War II Zombies. Name one thing that you had excitement to do on those Easter eggs. Hold on. The reason why, and this is the funny thing about this, the reason why World War II Zombies were so non-existing was the characters were not loud enough. The characters were not loud enough. They didn't have dialogue whatsoever. Like here, you see how many times I have to actually pause sometimes because the dialogue gets in your way. But in World War II Zombies, you don't hear nothing whatsoever. Try to experience that over time. Oh yeah, first pick up the batteries. Put them downstairs, all the way downstairs. Then get a Brenner's head and place the Brenner's head on a painting. The experience on those maps, follow the sledgehammer across the freaking around a circle. See if you can catch a sledgehammer. What? shoot the Ravens, shoot the freaking Ravens up against the side because it's Raven software. Think about this one. And you wonder why World War II zombies lacked in a lot of stuff. And the reason why not that many people talk about World War II zombies. World War II zombies were okay, it just didn't have that. It didn't have that playability. It didn't have that. When you do, say you leveled up, okay, this is the coolest thing. You level up on World War II zombies, okay? And you get to level 5 to 10 to 15 to 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, you know. You start leveling up to 5, 5, 5, right? What happens when you level up to 5, 5, 5, 5? You start getting crates. Crates after crates after crates after crates. That earns you stuff that you need for zombies. Okay? But when you get to the point that you can't level up to, you get 1,000 to 1,000 level, what happens? You can't earn any more crates. Don't say you can, because yeah, it's understandable. You can earn crates by challenges and all that other stuff. But I'm talking about crates that you can earn in-game by not doing any challenges. Clue? A very bad clue right there. So, how could you change this whole opportunity? Well, stop playing bad games. Stop purchasing bad games. Look at the people. Like I always tell you guys, don't buy a game unless you're going to play it for 6 hours. Or more. I play this game probably about 10 to 18 hours. 10 to 18 hours. And I'm not joking. I'm not going to sit there and say, yeah, I only play this game for this amount of time, this amount of time, this amount of time. No, I'm going to say 8 to 10 hours a day at the most. If I'm not watching a movie, it's more. And there is 2 movies I do want to watch tonight. There is 2 movies that came out today. And I did want to watch them. Freaky with Vince Vaughn. I want to watch that movie. And Jingle Jangle. I think it's called Jingle Jangle. And I do want to watch Come to Me or something. Come to Me. I want to watch that movie too. I'm hearing like it's a really good movie. So I might want to watch that movie. It's called Come to Me. I guess it's supposed to be a Christmas spooky movie? I don't know. I've never heard anything about it. I know it's a Christmas movie. That's all I can tell. I don't know if it's anything else. I know Freaky is like a Friday the 13th meets Freaky Friday, where they change bodies and everything else. I heard about it, but didn't watch it yet. And someone did a Pack-a-Punch. I can't. I'm trying to think of the movie that I just thought of. Jingle Jangle. I think it's Jingle Jangle is a robotic movie or something. I get a robotic, like robot and a gift or something. And you know, it looks really good. It looks fantastic. I think it's gonna be great. But I don't know. I'm not a movie critic, but when it comes down to movies that I watch, and if I do recommend a movie, you know, I mean, I would love to say like a couple movies I did watch. I'd recommend watching. The Umbrella Academy. Watch it. It's a must watch because reason why if you have an opportunity to watch it, go watch it. Umbrella Academy. It's a very good. Well, it's a TV series. I watched it. I watched the first season. I watched the second season, and I'm hoping this third season really is really good. And yes, that got picked up. They just picked that up a couple of days ago. They picked it up for season 3. So I'm glad that they did. The Sabrina the Teenage Witch, the chilling one, is actually ending on season 4 in December. The last one is December 31st. Yes, it is ending, and that's sad. I'm wishing that it didn't end that way, but you know, the chilling of Sabrina the Teenage Witch. I'm hoping one network might pick it up, and that'd be great. I'm hoping they would do that, and that would be awesome. But I just don't feel it that way towards the point that they would do something stupid like that. Give up something that they have and not think that no one's watching it. It's like the movie. Did you ever guys watch a movie Uploaded? And this guy died or something, but he was trying to find out why he got uploaded. He's in this like computer simulation because he's dead. And it did not make no sense. It did not make no sense. And Uploaded was an okay part. It is a cool concept, but it just didn't have that. It didn't have that season 2 oomph to it. Like, if you ever watched Good Omen, the first Good Omen, the season 1, I don't know if they ever going to do season 2, but they did little brief trailers to it. And I kind of liked what they were doing, little trailers to it afterwards. Like, they would have the book, that one had the book, the other one had the phone, they were talking to each other, talking about how, such and such, or doing a pain. It was like, I think it was airing in March or April of this year. They did the little trailer for it, and they were like talking about the, And there's so many shows out there that you guys are missing out. The Haunting of Bly Manor. If you ever watched The Haunting of Bly Manor, and if they ever do a season 2 to that, that'd be awesome. I'm hoping they reveal a little bit more to like the characters, a little bit more. That's the only thing that they missed out on the season 1 is the character like it was. They showed it off, but they didn't show it off. Like, if you watch like Stranger Things, the first episode, okay, you get it because the kids are trying to protect the road because they can see the upside down and everything else. Season 2, you got to know what the characters were about. Some of the characters showed like the sheriff lives a lonely life and everything else, and the boy that got taken was like he only has these group of friends, why they're nerds and everything else, why they're best friends and things like that. That's why they need to do a season 2 on different things, different shows. Like, if you watch the first season of Chilling the Sabrina Teenage Witch, she turned 16 and then she's like, turning into like the witch that she would do. Like, it'd just be cool like that. But doesn't say anything about Harvey and everything else. So then she talks about her friends. In that season 2, she talks about her friends, how her friends got that, what's it called? Where she gets blinded. And the other one has like a where did she see evil or something like that, I forget what it's called. See, I haven't watched the Chilling Sabrina Teenage Witch, but all seasons are basically, I don't know. The Boys, another show that actually did correctly. The reason why you got The Boys the first season, and you watch the first season of The Boys, watch it, guys. Watch the first season of The Boys, and then watch the second season of The Boys. The second season of The Boys tells them, like, they'll just sit there and they start fighting, okay? And the second season, they tell you the background of some of those people. That's what some of these seasons are missing. They don't tell you how they become. Like if you watch Spider-Man, okay? You watch Spider-Man at the very beginning, okay? And they don't tell you how he got bit by a spider, how he got those special things and all that stuff. They never made comic books and things like that. You wouldn't know how he becomes Spider-Man. That's what some of these shows do. They'll do season 1. Automatically, he's flying around like Spider-Man. Flying around, you didn't know he could fly around with cobwebs and things like that coming out of his hand and things like that. And then season 2, they tell you how he got bit. Season 3 is how, he saves the world for this and this. That's what I'm talking about. Some seasons need to actually force you directly and show you, like, instead of going directly into the stuff that is supposed to make you engaged inside that, they don't do it. Like if I made a movie of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and it was just fight, action, like all this whole thing for the whole season. And then the second season tells you how Leonardo becomes Leonardo. Second season, the third season, Donatello, Raphael, Michelangelo, and how did they get their names, and how they become brothers, and how do they bond with each other, and what makes them so different, and everything else. That's what some seasons and how many episodes are and everything else. Like the Haunting of Bly Manor, and this is the reason why I'm bringing this back up, is they don't have character recreation towards where, oh, this person got this job. And why couldn't they call each other at the very beginning? Why didn't want any contact? Why did he sleep with her? Did they meet before school? Did they buy the Bly Manor before time? Did Bly Manor be like that at the very beginning of it? Was it always haunted before they were moved in? It's just a lot of things are questioned. You guys don't understand probably. It's like, what? Wait. I mean, I can sit here and talk for 10 to 15 hours about movies that were out there and movies that could be doing great, that could be, I could be one of them people that, but I don't want to do that either. I don't want to be a reviewer to a movie or things like that. I used to watch this one guy on YouTube, but I don't know if he he comes in and he starts talking about movies, and he just got like very, very bad at it. Like they start giving him promo movies, and I think what happens is he gets movies a week before they come out. They're called promo movies. So he'd go and watch them, and he gives them like great reviews, and this is what happens to people. Like, I can never, ever do that. I'm sorry. If a movie is terrible, I'm going to say it's terrible. It's bad. I mean, if you watch a movie at the very beginning, like say you watch Click, and you're watching a movie for the very first time, it's a watchable movie the very first time. Second time, no. Third time, no. Fourth time, no. Click has that momentum where you can watch it for the very first time, even with someone that you like or you want to get with, and kind of like, because there are certain parts of that movie kind of are touching and feeling kind of situation where, yeah, you can understand and relate to it. Air Force One, the movie Air Force One with Harrison Ford, was a really good movie at the very beginning. Now these days, not that great. Just like Mission Impossible with Tom Cruise. You watch the first one, Second one's no, too hyped up in music, too much of concerts, too much things that go on in the background. Mission Impossible 3, Mission Impossible 4, it's all the same. Just like Fast and the Furious. Fast and the Furious, you can watch these. You can watch the first movie, second movie, then third movie, then fourth movie, one time. And then you can't watch it. You can't watch it. The reason why you can't watch a movie over and over and over is because you know everything that's going to go on. And if you're like me, I can watch a movie 3 or 4 times and know every word from word what the person is going to say. Is that your car? No, that's not my car. That's my car. Do you have the pink slip? No, that's his car. Oh, no one owns this car? So it's just driving around. No, it's Brian's car. Remember that time that he was doing that and he said that's his car? No, that's his car. No, that's his car. And then they come over and catch the car on fire. You guys probably know what I'm talking about and which part I'm talking about, because if you watch the movie, you would know. Even if I just said one quote to that movie, you'll know what I'm talking about. Like, Carol Ann, don't worry, the nightmare is almost over. What movie am I talking about? Get away from her, Kane. Take me instead. Tangini, don't do it. Well, I was trying to grab that person, but I'm not gonna sacrifice my life for that whole situation. See, when you look at a movie and you actually think, and you're sitting there, don't ever think about it. Like, even if you think about this, you watch Superbad, you watch, oh, my name's McLovin. My name's McLovin. Or the 40-year-old virgin. You can quote something on your 40-year-old virgin. It's just, you can't watch those movies over and over and over because it gets too stale. It's like you can have a bowl of cereal, and this is the coolest thing. You have a bowl of cereal, eat it, and then the next day have the same cereal, eat it, and then have another bowl of that cereal, eat it on Wednesday, and then by Thursday you get sick of it, right? So, Harry Potter, no, I wasn't talking about Harry Potter. I was talking about the fire, the car, that was, the guy that was, the part where they caught the car on fire was the Fast and Furious, where they were racing for pink slips, and they raced. But then the cars got chased by the cops, and then the cops chased them, and it goes picks them up, and they drive into like the Chinese what's something like that, because it had the thing on it, and they drive off on the motorcycle, and then they come back and catch the car on fire. and then I was talking about Carol Ann, The Nightmare's Over. And then, if you think about it, The Nightmare's Over, Carol Ann, and Tangini was the woman, and Kane was the guy that did the whole. It was Poltergeist. You ever watch Poltergeist? And there's she says it 3 times in 2 parts of the movie. And she says the nightmare's almost over, Carol Ann. The nightmare's almost over. And right before the water scene, right before Carol Ann gets dragged into the waters, she says, you know, the nightmare's almost over. And for some odd reason, she says it before the movie gets, like, it's before the stuff starts happening. She starts talking about Carol Ann and everything else. She's like, oh my god, Carol Ann's in trouble. But when she's in the water, about to get sucked up in the water, don't go into the light, don't go into the light, and all that other stuff. And then she says, Carol Ann, the nightmare is almost over. No. It's Poltergeist 3. Poltergeist 3. Poltergeist, the first one. She says the nightmare is almost over. Kane, you don't need him. You don't need anybody. You don't need her. Don't take anybody. But Tangini never seen Kane whatsoever. You never watched it? Oh my god. Poltergeist, the very first one, was really good. But if you want the backstory of like Poltergeist, the very first Poltergeist, you actually have to watch the second one. It's called the Poltergeist: The Other Side, and it tells you the reasons why the place. I know they bring in stuff from Poltergeist, the first one, but Poltergeist, the second one, talks about. I'm not even paying attention to this game that much. The Other Side talks about how the Indians how they believe and how they, the whole situation, and I don't know if it's just like some say that it betrays the Indians and things like that, and like how the place got why the place had buried bodies on the ground and everything else. It was called The Other Side. It was cool, but then it was an old, outdated movie. Go watch Poltergeist. But don't watch number 2 unless you really. I mean, Poltergeist 1 is really good. Poltergeist 2 has that kind of it has that oomph in a couple parts of the movie. And it just, I don't know, the third part of the movie just comes down. So if you watch a movie, if you ever watch a movie and think oh, this movie's really good, no. I can't watch. I used to watch. What's his name? Harold and Kumar Go to White Castle. I used to watch that movie a lot, but I can't even watch that anymore because it's not even funny to me anymore. I used to think that was funnier than funnier. I don't know. It's just because I could probably relate to that point because, not the high part, or the guy was being smart and educated. He knew what he was doing. He was trying to get a doctorate or something, and his dad was forcing him to be a doctor and everything else. And it's all understandable, dad forces his son to do this. That's what I was always saying. Anybody can be smart. Anybody can be educated. It's just getting forced to. That's the whole thing. Do I know how to do Mephistopheles? Yes, I do know how to do Mephistopheles. Are you coming in here and asking me, or are you coming in here and start saying that you know how to do Mephistopheles? Come on, say it. You came in, you come in here and start talking about Mephistopheles. Do I know how to do Mephistopheles? I know how to do Mephistopheles, yes. How many times did I do Mephistopheles? I don't know. I always talk about it too. I always say, you know, this guy right here, Death Reaper, he did it 30 times, but I don't believe it's 30 times. I tell him I did it 58 times. And I'm saying it right there. It's 58 times I have done. But did I run him? Did I do Mephistopheles solo? No, I did not run Mephistopheles solo. I did this map solo. I do Attack of the Radioactive solo. I could do Shuffle solo. I could do Rave the Redwood solo. I could do Beast of Beyond solo. I didn't do Mephistopheles solo because I was gonna do him solo this year, but what happened this year is it defined anything that came to the whole COVID-19 kind of situation, how this place got open and everything else. And I'm not going to talk about it because that's what I have to do. I can't talk about stuff like that. So, I was kind of like speaking up for the restaurants and all this around where I live at. I was kind of like shocked that these restaurants, the places that were feeding people and everything else, and out of the blue had another place being open, and it wasn't really life standard kind of situation. Wasn't feeding anybody, wasn't helping anybody, wasn't doing anything. It was greeting up with money and money and money and money, and that was what's happening. And if you listen to all my videos, you watch all my videos back in the day, back about 5 or 6 months ago, I even talk about it like over and over and over, and I'm saying, why did this place get a green light and everything else? And it was because restaurants around here were desperately trying to stay open. Small restaurants, small business restaurants, very small restaurants weren't open up. And that's what I was talking about. Some places closed down. So I was talking about that because you're talking about Mephistopheles. I was going to run Mephistopheles solo. I was going to do Mephistopheles solo. And the reason why I didn't do him is because I had more of a depression. More things were going on with my life, and that's what happened. So you're asking me on this question about Mephistopheles. Can you do Mephistopheles? Can you come in the chat room and say that? Say, hey, can you do Mephistopheles? Is the reason why you came into Mephistopheles or coming in and asking me, is it because you're coming in because you can't do Mephistopheles? Is it the reason why you need it to be done? Is it because you can't find people? And that's why you're trying to do it? I don't know what you're asking. I mean, there are certain people that come in and they'll sit there and say Mephistopheles is way easy, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, it's understandable you can do Mephistopheles, but if you don't have video, if you don't actually have video, then you didn't do them. To me, there's no video proof. Well, I do have video. If you go to my video VODs, if you actually go to my video VODs, you can see how many times I do Mephistopheles. I'm not sitting there hiding it. I'm not sitting there saying, well, I didn't do Mephistopheles. Go ahead, look at my Mephistopheles fights. Go ahead. I'm not sitting there. I'm not going to sit there and sort of, well, this, that. If you want to go see, go see. I'm not gonna. Whoa, this is gonna be real loud. There's a couple videos. We need an Easter egg. I'm gonna go eat some din-dins, man. Din-dins. Some hungries, man. I'm hungry. I'm hungry. I'm gonna pick up probably a couple people to do the Easter egg on here. I know a couple people that need the Easter egg, so I'll be back probably about 5 o'clock, 5:30, somewhere around there. But I'll be back.